If you're someone who's into powerlifting, bodybuilding, or into any type of sport like cricket or football, I would definitely recommend creatine. So creatine is one of the most researched and studied supplement out there and has proven to be effective time and again. So the biggest problem that I would say is the lack of knowledge. A lot of people fear creatine because of, I would say, incorrect knowledge that has been passed down by their trainers or people around them or friends. Well, guys, just please do your research and listen to what science has to say. Alright, so now let's move on to what creatine actually is. One thing you need to know is that creatine is present in all our bodies. So if you're someone who's into sports or into lifting, it's all about those explosive movements. On a molecular level, your body has different systems for different activities. For explosive movements, your body uses the molecule ATP, which is a fuel source that is present in our muscle cells. So this is where the whole creatine comes into the picture. In order to understand creatine, we have to understand the term ATP or adenosine triphosphate. So ATP are basically pockets of fuel or energy that is stored in your muscle and comes into play when you're doing explosive movements. So when you're doing an explosive movement such as a bench press or a sprint, your ATP comes into the picture and provides energy for this movement. So what happens is ATP is broken down into ADP, which is adenosine diphosphate, and a free phosphate ion. So this free phosphate ion is used for energy in order to carry out the activity. Now when you supplement with creatine, there is a concentration of phosphocreatine present in the muscle. So after ATP is converted to ATP, here's when creatine comes into the picture. So now ADP again combines with phosphocreatine to form ATP again, which essentially provides you more energy in order to carry out the activity. So let's say you're at the gym doing a bench press and you burn out at 10 reps. On supplementing with creatine, you burn out with 12 reps. So what creatine basically does is it gives you more of an explosive movement and helps you push slightly harder at the gym. So similarly, if you take this scenario into sports, on supplementing with creatine, if you're a football player for an example, you could probably kick the ball slightly harder, pass with more intensity, run a little faster. This is what creatine basically does for you as a sports player. Another property of creatine is that it sits in your muscle and draws water. Hence, it's best if you stay hydrated throughout the day, because if you don't, the creatine is going to draw water from your muscle cells and you may probably end up cramping. Since creatine retains water, a lot of people are afraid to take creatine because they feel that they may get bulky or they may look extra bloated. Well guys, this is not true. Creatine will not make you look bulky and bloated. Yes, it will retain little water in your muscles, which will only make you look slightly fuller. Hence, people take creatine while cutting. Because while cutting, because you're completely depleted of carbs, people sometimes tend to look very flat. On taking creatine, you look a little bit more fuller and slightly more aesthetic. A perfect example is me when I was cutting for my competition. As you can see in this picture, I look completely fine. I don't look bulky or bloated. And I was on creatine throughout this entire process. So it's not true, guys. It's all about your diet. If you have a good clean diet, you're not going to look bulky and bloated. And creatine, in fact, is only going to help you in the gym. That's about it. How to use creatine. Creatine is relatively cheaper compared to most supplements. A container would cost about rupees 800 and would last you for a period of 3 months. In my opinion, the best way to use creatine is to take 5 grams a day for a period of 3 months. Now creatine, unlike any other supplement, is not going to hit you instantly. It will probably take a period of 2 weeks for you to feel its effect. This is because creatine's effect will fully show once your body is fully loaded. So when you take 5 grams a day on a regular basis, your body starts to get loaded day by day. So it increases once you reach your saturation. That is when your creatine levels are high and your body is saturated with creatine. This is when the creatine effect comes into play. So creatine is a supplement that will let your body be a little bit more explosive and will also let it push a little bit more harder. The best way to take creatine is 5 grams a day for a period of 3 months. If you're interested, you can try this out and let me know what you think. Alright, thank you guys. Thanks for all the love. Please like, share, comment and subscribe.